what the New York Times recommends when it comes to great new American cuisine. And they're talking specifically about Josh Shorty Eden's restaurant, Shorty's 32. It's right here in New York in Soho. And as this week's Chef on a Shoestring, we challenged Shorty to prepare a 3-course meal for under $35. We're going to see, you were up to the challenge. We'll see how you did with the numbers, because the food looks fantastic. Good to have you here this morning.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Tell us what we're going to be eating.
We are going to have the crab sticks with the basil remoulade and some fresh lemon, a steak salad, nice for the summer, and some grilled peaches with some vanilla ice cream.
I'm in for all three, and I'm really excited to start with the crab sticks because you are known for these at your restaurant.
We can't seem to make enough.
Okay, so tell us, how are we making these? First,
we're going to go ahead and start with the crab. We can just throw that right in the bowl.
Where do you get this fresh crab meat? This is tough on a $35 budget.
We get the crab up at the fish market, up at Hunts Point.
And can you buy it if you go to your, let's say you go to your local supermarket to the seafood section?
You can get a couple of different types of crab. You can buy Maine peaky toe crab or Maine lump crab. You can also get pasteurized lump crab in a can at a reasonable price.
Okay.
So you can make crab and still get out of there for a few bucks.
I've got some options.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to add the herbs, a little bit, about half of that each in each one.
Okay, this is some basil.
A little basil and a little cilantro.
Okay. Got some red peppers here. Do these go in now?
Yep, we can throw the red pepper in there, the whole thing.
Okay.
Fantastic. A little scoop of the mayonnaise.
Just a scoop.
That's probably good. Then we're just going to add a little bit of this egg right here.
And this is just one egg that you've beaten, right?
That's one egg, and we're going to use it in two fashions. We're going to use part of it to bread it with and the other part to make the stick with.
Okay, so we're mixing all this up. You've got some spices here as well, a little bit of salt, I see.
Yep, so we'll throw in a little bit of salt just for flavor and a touch of cayenne pepper for some heat.
Oh, I like a little heat.
There we go.
So we've got our lovely mixture here.
You do.
And I'm going to speed you along.
Fantastic. Well, we have one of these right here, so if you want to go ahead and fry that.
Okay, so here we go. As I'm frying this.
And I'm going to just go ahead and show folks how to make one as best we can. Now the idea is that they sort of resemble the old fish sticks you had when you were a kid.
Right.
But we make them with crab. So essentially you just want to go ahead and make a little guy there, and then we just roll it in the flour real quick.
Little flour, and then I know you like panko. Is it panko or panko?
Panko.
Panko.
I think, yeah.
Panko breadcrumbs, which are like those Japanese breadcrumbs,
yeah,
right?
Then we're just going to roll these guys right here in the egg.
And you're cooking it in grapeseed oil. Why the grapeseed oil?
Well, grapeseed oil you can get nice and hot without it burning, just like peanut oil. But so many folks have peanut allergies these days and nut allergies that you're pretty safe with grapeseed oil.
Okay.
You want to give that a flip.
I think
that's gonna.
You really want me to flip this with hot oil in it, Josh?
Don't
I
flip
didn't
it
think
like
so.
that. Why don't we go ahead and use a spoon?
I'm gonna we'll do this, and we're gonna move on to the steak while I test this. But it looks great. And it's got a basil remoulade. More of that recipe, of course, is on our website. As we move on to the steak, why'd you pick a flank steak?
Well, flank steak has lots of flavor. It's usually a pretty decent price, and it goes nicely on a salad. And you can go ahead and season her up. A little salt and pepper.
Is that it?
You're good. Just a little bit of oil if your grill is a little bit stiff, but we have one cooked off and ready to go. So we're just going to go ahead and throw this one right there, ideally. Then we have a piece all set and ready right here.
And I know the important thing with a flank steak too is the way that you cut it, right?
You have to cut flank steak.
This is delicious, by the way.
You have to cut flank steak against the grain.
Okay.
And that's pretty much true with any kind of meat, because if you think of meat as it's a muscle, so if the meat is all going one way, if you cut across it, you're going to have lots of little pieces. So you see, we have the fiber there, and we're just going to go right across.
So
like
as you're
this.
cutting that, I'm going to move down here because I know you've got a beautiful salad prepared. We have some mixed greens, some beets, huge fan of those, green beans, radishes, some potatoes.
We have everything for the salad, but we do need to make a little bit of the vinaigrette. So we're going to start by adding the garlic right here.
Okay, freshly chopped garlic.
And a little bit of the fresh thyme.
Love fresh thyme.
And the lemon juice. So here's what we'll do. You whisk, I'll pour the oil.
Sounds good. And you're putting 2 oils in, olive oil and grapeseed oil.
We use 1 part olive oil and 2 parts grapeseed oil. If you use too much olive oil, it could get a little bit expensive.
And too heavy too,
And a little heavy, and you're looking for a little bit more balance. So that's a good amount of olive oil. And then we're going to go ahead and add some grapeseed oil for that.
There we go.
It's starting to emulsify just a little bit. This is a really easy vinaigrette to make at home. It's a lot of fun.
And you could use this really on any salad.
Put it on anything. We're going to add a little salt and a little bit of pepper.
There we go. And I'm going to get a shot maybe of the finished product just because we are tight on time and I want to get to grilling some peaches.
Okay, fantastic.
So this is a beautiful salad you put together. So you add the steak right on top after tossing everything with a little bit of the dressing, right?
Yep.
The peach, I've seen grilled fruit before, but I've never seen a grilled peach skinned. Why do you skin it?
Well, we go ahead and we take the peaches and we dump them into hot water, just briefly, about a minute. Take them out and peel them. That way, when you grill them, nothing burns on the outside, and you don't have that little piece of the skin, messing around in your mouth.
We don't want it caught in your teeth either, let's be honest, especially if you're on a date. And you put a little salt on these before you put them on the grill.
A little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar, just because I feel if you're going with the grill, you may as well have a little bite of the salt, and plus you're going to have a little salt and a little sweet, so you have a little contrast going with the dessert.
I'm just going to pick up one of these as everybody else comes in here.
Yeah, get it. Good to see you.
How long do I put these on for, real quickly?
I'd say about 30 seconds.
Oh,
They're gonna,
perfect.
if you start with nice ripe peaches, you can get them down at the farmer's market right now, and
Try
they're
this one?
completely in season and really delicious. You're going to
stuff.
want to work quickly with them.
I love it. It's perfect season for it. We're going to see real quickly how you did. Call up the leaderboard. How did Chef Josh Eden do? His total $34.43, under budget, even with the crab. Where do you stack up? You're not in the top 3. But you know what? That's all right.
That's all right.
Because I'm still going to come to your restaurant.
All right.
I love this stuff. It's great. And that crab stick is amazing. For all of these restaurants.